Good morning, everyone. It is 6:40 a.m. and we find ourselves up at the crack of dawn again to go thrifting, but it's just what I love to do. Today we're gonna go to another estate sale in LA. I'm very excited about this one. It starts at 8 a.m. and the sign-up list goes up at 7 a.m. So I'm about to get in line and put my name on the list so that I can have first dibs. I already see an entire garage full of racks of clothes, so that is feeling very promising. I saw some of the previews on Instagram, and I love going to estate sales as part of like another way to go secondhand shopping. It's just so fun to see what people collect in their lifetime. Sometimes the people have passed away, sometimes they're moving, sometimes they're downsizing, whatever. So it's always important to just like try to be as respectful as possible to other people's stuff. But yeah, I'm excited to go through these racks of clothes and see what we can find. I did see some like designer stuff. I'm not really into that, but I mean, I don't know if the price is right. It's also hard because you can't really exactly tell the sizing on these listings. So sometimes I'm like zooming in on pictures to see what sizes are available. I did see some stuff in XL, so I'm very excited about that. We're gonna head inside, put our name on the list, and then come back in an hour and see what we end up finding at this estate sale. I'm so excited. Let's do it. All right, so at 6:45 a.m., bright and early, I headed to the front of the house to put my name on the sign-up list, which went up at 7 a.m. So I just wanted to make sure I was out there early because people in LA line up super early. And also, look how gorgeous this house is. I was so excited. I loved this house. So I got my name on the list right at 7 a.m. I waited in my car for about an hour, just watched some TikToks. The time went by really quickly, honestly. And then I went back to the front of the house at about 7:45 to wait for everyone to get their name called and be able to enter the estate sale. Also, just side note, I love waiting outside of people's houses at like first thing in the morning to be able to go through their stuff. It brings me so much joy. It's a thrill. So right at 8 a.m. they called everyone. I think I was the second name on the list or the third name or something like that, and it was time to enter. So this garage on the street level was just full of clothes, so I made sure to make my way to that first because I knew a lot of people were going to go upstairs to the main house, which we will go to later, but I wanted to make sure I went through all of this stuff first because I really was there for clothes more than like designer bags, jewelry, things like that. So I started digging right away. I went to this rack that kind of had like more long sleeve sweaters and tops at first, and I found this sweater that is so cute, and I'm pretty sure I've seen this at another estate sale before, but it's just like so funky and cute. I was obsessed with it. Not my right size. I think it was like a size small, but look how precious that is. Like that is just such a fun sweater. This is why I love estate sales. You can just find the most random, cool, funky, weird stuff, and I'm just so here for it. I found a lot of really cool sweaters and like button-ups, cardigans, little like knit pieces. This rack was really cool. I am actually kind of regretting, now that I'm seeing this, letting that button-up go, that kind of like cobalt blue velvet. That was just so cool. It would have been really cool for a night out, like all buttoned up. There were lots of really sparkly sweaters. I also found this cute little sort of like short sleeve cropped cardigan with a collar that I thought was just so fun and cool and unique. And this sweater was the first one that I just absolutely fell in love with. I love the colors of the flowers. I love the like slight argyle pattern along the sides too. Like it's just so cool. We'll talk more about that later. This top right here was really cool. Definitely looked like it was handmade, just super unique and fun. I love finding stuff like that. I also went over and looked through the skirts rack. They had this really cute satin skirt. There was this gray skirt that was kind of a button up. There were a lot of different velvet skirts that I noticed, a lot of black skirts in general. I am currently cutting myself off from black skirts because I just have too many in my closet, but they're a staple, you know, a classic. There were a lot of maxi skirts. There were some knee-length skirts. There were a lot of like in between knee length and a midi. There were also these crates that had fun accessories underneath some of the racks, like scarves. There was this table that had really cool shoes. There were a few that caught my eye. None of these were in my size, unfortunately, but really, really cute. This first pair, which is like a sort of leopard pair of loafers. Look how fun these are. I would totally have bought these if they were in my size. Just really fun and cute. There was also this red pair, a little orthopedic looking, but also, you know, a fun pop of red. I also loved these ballet flats with a fun little bow, and then these black boots were just everything. Honestly, if they were in my size and my calves would fit in these, they would have gone home with me. Hanging off the side of one of the racks was this really cool embroidered gold star pair of jeans. They were so vintage. They definitely looked like they were from like Saved by the Belle, like that type of era. It was really, really cool. And then I moved over to a sort of blazers, jackets, and definitely furs rack. This one was very busy when it first opened. Everyone was kind of going for this. There were so many furs. People go really crazy over these. People collect them, which is wild to me. There was a wide variety of different things in fur. There were like hats, scarves, jackets, vests, everything you could imagine. There was this, I guess, like zebra inspired coat that was very interesting. There was also this other coat that had like a leopard lining that was very cute. And then lastly, this red coat, because I am a millennial, all I can think of is Pretty Little Liars when I see that. It had already been like 25 minutes or so at this point since I had been here, and I felt like I hadn't even made a dent looking through all this stuff. So I was like, okay, let's kick it into high gear. This rack kind of had like some random t-shirts and things like that. This was such a cute vintage tee. It was like very knitted. It was a size small, but so cute. There was another one that was kind of more of like a 3/4 length shirt, and then so many fun vintage bathing suits. This one was like very teeny tiny, so I'm still unsure if it was like for a kid or just for a small person, but so cool, so vintage. There was a couple other like designer things that I don't think they were fully able to authenticate. The like hardcore designer stuff was upstairs, but there were also so many fun nightgowns like these two. There was this vintage top that was so cool. Again, kind of looked handmade, definitely from probably, I would guess, like the 60s or 70s. I absolutely loved this vintage nightgown. This would be so cute as a dress with like some cowboy boots, but I have done that before. I have thrifted so many of them and I never end up wearing them. I found this really cool pool cover up. I believe this brand is called Lucy Ann of Beverly Hills or something like that. This person actually had a few pieces from that brand, but that was just really fun and unique. Then I found this really pretty sort of tiered black skirt with like the little lace inside, so gorgeous. And then this really fun pleated skirt. I wished it was a little bit shorter or else I would have gotten it, but so cute. Next, I went through this rack again that was more sort of like long sleeves. There were button downs, there were some robes like this one. Look at this vintage floral robe. This is so gorgeous. It had like a scalloped edge as well. So pretty, but I think they were asking like $60, so I passed on that. And then this matching set, look how pretty that is. Like I would totally wear that if it was in my size. Felt very fancy. I liked this short sleeve button down top. That would be so cute for summertime, but I found a long sleeve one that I liked, and I mean, only $5, pretty good deal. There was a lot of stuff to go through. There was just a lot of pieces like this leopard moment, which, like, you know, someone could make it cute, but then there were just these really fun, funky pieces like this one. Like, how cool and unique is that? It's like a matching tank top and like sheer overlay shirt. Just so much fun and in such a cool pattern. I actually loved this scoop neck cropped sweater. I just think the neckline would be really flattering. It was a size medium, I think, so I passed on it, but just so pretty and like a nice basic to find at an estate sale. And then this was the long sleeve shirt I was talking about. It's a really nice lightweight material, so it'll be good for springs and summers and things like that. We found this very interesting patterned shirt. I'm not really sure what it is. If you know, let me know in the comments. I also found this really cool gingham button down shirt that isn't in the right size for me, but that would be so cute with little denim shorts and a white top or over like a black sundress or something like that. And yeah, I was just basically going through every single piece, like I said, and I was digging through it all just to find the gems. It was more about the hunt for me than like what I was actually buying. I just wanted to make sure I found cool things to show, like this button-up shirt. Look at this ruffly collar and sleeve moment. That's so cool. I loved this one as well. Alfred Dunner, like if you thrift, you know this brand. Just so cool, and like loved the little plaid moments under the buttons. I loved this cool tie front blouse. How gorgeous is that? That would be sold at like a high-end brand for like very expensive these days. And then I also saw my friend Macy Lenny, or Blazed and Glazed, do a preview of this sale, and she showed this wedding dress, so I already knew it was here. And look how pretty it is. It's very Victorian looking to me. Just so cool that something like this could be bought at an estate sale. Then I made my way to another rack that was a lot of like longer dresses, I guess you could say. There were some robes, and this vintage dress, are you kidding me? This was so stunning and perfect. I was very close to buying it. There was no size in it, and then also I noticed that it was kind of falling apart, and I just know I won't be someone to try and sew that or take it in, so sadly I decided to pass on that one. Then I found this really fun, unique, sort of like rainbow kind of robe, which we will again talk more about in a little bit because it just kind of struck me. But I loved all of these fun like colorful dresses like this one that had these fun little fluttery sleeves. Just so much fun. It was definitely like an off the shoulder type of thing. And then this matching set of like a skirt and t-shirt, I think it was like a cotton stretchy material. Just so fun and very nostalgic for me. It looked like something my teachers would wear in the 90s. And then this dress, this reminded me so much of the Willow music video dress. If you're a Taylor Swift fan, you know. It's just so pretty, and like how gorgeous is that, and just so rare to be able to find things like that, you know? This dress was, I believe, from the brand Unique Vintage, which is like a current modern brand. I think this was in a 3X, so that was the only plus size thing that I was able to find. And then I saw this really pretty 90s dress that's just so like Drew Barrymore in the 90s to me. I just absolutely loved it. So I made my last little round through the garage, gathered my things that I wanted, and then I made my way up this gigantic set of stairs. I can't believe people would do this every single day to get up to their house. And the entryway to this house immediately took my breath away. Like, look at this mirror and this wallpaper and this art. Like, no one does houses like this anymore, I feel like. Everything is so modern and like minimalist, which totally fine. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I just love going to estate sales for reasons like this, because a lot of times these homes are like untouched for really long periods of time. And I just think that's so cool. So made my way into the kitchen. There was this little shelf in the kitchen that had really cute little trinkets. There were like chickens and little Coca-Cola things. I loved that little piece of art on the wall, but I think they were asking like $70 or $75. So passed on that, but just so many cool funky things. And I just love that about going to people's houses. I love to see the little trinkets that they collect, you know? The kitchen was kind of updated and modern, but I loved this window. Like, I will not rest until I get a window like that. And also a bathroom like this, a blue bathroom with a blue toilet, a blue sink, a blue tub, blue wallpaper. Like, it was just the coolest. I immediately showed my boyfriend this footage when I got back, because I was just like, look at this bathroom. I loved this cute little piece of art. I did get that. We'll talk about it later. It was made in Scotland. Pretty cool. This house was super cool too, because it wasn't a traditional layout at all. Like, there were just these little rooms everywhere. You would just like get lost a little bit, and I loved that. I thought it was so fun. This was kind of like an office study. There was like some chess. There was a lot of really crazy art on the walls, lots of like rich deep wood furniture. Loved this cuckoo clock, so cute. There were a lot of trinkets, like so many trinkets, and I feel like my estate sale would look like this someday, you know, and I hope that it does. I was, as you can see, just in love with this house. At every corner, there was just some cool little thing that showed so much character, and it was just so much fun. Like this random fabric headboard with like the bedposts also, I think, wrapped in fabric. Just so unique and cool. Lots of really amazing art, but some pretty expensive art, so it was like definitely, you know, higher brow. I loved this little like sewing area in the corner of the bedroom. This dresser was gorgeous. We had some, you know, some unique figurines going on, but still to each their own. And my favorite thing about this main bedroom was that it overlooked the pool. Like, it was just such a pretty view. And then I loved these seats, this kind of like miniature couch love seat thing, and then this chair, like this little seating area right next to the window. So pretty. You could like read a book, relax. I loved it. I also loved this rug that I think was only $10, but it was pretty stained. Otherwise, I definitely would have taken it home with me. It's just so cool and fun. This was another sort of like little office, study, library area, lots of cool books, lots more trinkets. There were things like cash registers, a lot of like Humpty Dumpty based stuff. There was a lot of like sort of cottagey inspired art. There was a lot of like Asian inspired art. There was really just random little tchotchkes throughout the house that I just thought was so fun to go through. Took me about an hour or so to go through all of this, and I just loved it. Right next to where this other room was, which I think was like a guest room, there was a little dressing room, which was just so cute, that little closet. And then this bathroom. Are you joking? Like the black toilet, the black accent tiles, the pink sink with the maroon tiles that match the wallpaper. It was just phenomenal. Absolutely zero notes. More people need to do their houses like this now. It's actually inspiring me a lot for if I ever get a place someday. I would love to like wallpaper and just really maximalist it up, you know? This was like another sort of like study, sitting room, dining room, living room type of area. I loved those chairs with like the cream accents, so pretty. And then it kind of like spilled over to the outside. The outside, they had a lot of dishware, plates, pitchers, like this painted one, which was so cute. I kind of regret not getting it, honestly. Lots of just like serving plates,
cute little trinkets like those little mouse things, cookie jars, teapots. There was fine china. I just wanted to walk through and show you guys all of this because it's just so fun and unique, and I feel like there would be something for anyone. Like just really cool glass sets, lots of mugs. There was just so much cool stuff that these people collected. Obviously like a mixture of really kind of kitschy stuff and then really just fancy, you know, crystal, glass, right next to the pool. Like what a cool life these people must have lived or are living. I just love it. I loved these funky little teapots that maybe looked like they were hand painted. Just lots of really fun varieties of different things that I just think is like part of life. You know what I mean? You just gotta collect all the fun, funky stuff, in my opinion. Loved all of these clocks. They were really cool. And then the final stop that I made was just looking at some of the jewelry. None of it was my cup of tea, but still really, really cool. And I loved this estate sale.
All right, it's about an hour and 15 minutes, 20 minutes later, something like that. It's like 9:15. I just finished. I feel pretty good. I went through that place with a fine-tooth comb. I feel like there was no room left undiscovered, unexplored, and I did manage to get a couple pieces of furniture, which I was not anticipating. So we're gonna gather all this stuff, head home, and then I will show you everything I got. I am very satisfied with everything that I picked up. This has been a great way to start my weekend. All right, it is a few days later. We're back home. We've got everything washed and sanitized the best we can, and I thought I would show you a little haul of everything I got. That was such a fun way to start my weekend. Honestly, like just such a good time going through other people's stuff. Nothing makes me happier, you know? So I did manage to pick up a few different things, a few little funky pieces, and that's what I feel like estate sales are really good for, is just finding those unique, kitschy sort of items that you really want to find at the thrift store, but that aren't always available, you know? So, okay, we will start with home stuff. I managed to pick up a couple pieces of art. There was so much art in this house, and honestly, like way more really, really nice, like high-end, very fancy, expensive art. But I just managed to grab a couple of like the more affordable pieces. There was one that I really, really wanted, but it was like $75, and I was like, I can't justify that. But I did get a couple of, you know, cute little budget pieces. This first one is so cute. This is like a little embroidered piece of art that's super tiny, and we have like a tiny little gallery wall in our bathroom, and I think this will be so cute with it. It's very like woodland, forest, mushroom, flowers, and it's just such a cute little piece. So this is actually embroidered by, I think it says Ira Aitken, I'm not sure the name. It's in cursive and it's hard to tell, but it's made in Inverness, and that's in Scotland, and Drew and I watch Outlander, if any Outlander fans are out there. This is from Inverness, and that's just so cool. And like, I have no idea how these people ended up with it in their home, but now it's in mine, and that's just like the most exciting thing ever. So I believe this was originally $12, and I think she gave it to me for like $8 or $10 or something like that. So definitely got like a little bit of a deal on that one. And then this one isn't in the best shape, but it's funky, it's old, and it's also very easily repairable. So I found this little print, which is a bunch of bunnies, and it's just so cute. And again, kind of goes with the theme of our place. Very like old, dark academia, cottagecore, foresty, cute, cozy, cottagey. You know what I mean? So went with this one. This one was $5, very affordable. I probably could switch out this mat. It's probably a pretty cost-friendly thing to do. I'll have to look into it, but for now, it's absolutely fine. A $5 piece of art. So yeah, like 15 bucks, or no, 13 to $15 for both of these, and I'm very happy about that. So those were my two little art pieces that I got. And then I did unexpectedly get 2 pieces of furniture. And I have them right here. It's kind of hard to tell, so I'll have to show you outside of the frame. But I got chairs. I got a set of 2 chairs, and they were each $40, and they're like very, very little use, and they're iconic. I love these chairs. Tell me this does not go with everything that I have in my home. Like, this is gonna be so nice. So yeah, these chairs were 40 bucks each. I was tempted to buy many more, but these were all that I could fit in my car, and I did somehow Jenga everything so that these fit in my car, and they're wonderful. They're very comfy. They're very like squishy to sit on. I love the legs and sort of like the intricate wood design. That is like my favorite. I just love brown home decor. That is like my heart and soul. We are actually inheriting a like heirloom piece of furniture from Drew's family. I believe it was like his great grandma's dining table, and we needed some chairs to go with it. So we got these. We have 2 of the chairs that originally came with the table, and then we'll probably have to find 2 more just to kind of mix and match. But yeah, so excited about these chairs. $80 for 2 chairs probably is like a lot of money, but if you think about how
how unique and like, I don't know, the fact that I got them at some random estate sale just makes me so happy. I love filling my home with like random estate sale, flea market, thrift finds. This is just like extra special, you know? So very happy about that. And then we're gonna move on to the clothes, which like, I only got 3 things. We'll go with the thing that I'm the most confident about. We'll kind of decide, because I think sometimes when you're in the moment, you're like, I need this, and then you get it home and you're like, what was I thinking? So we'll see what ends up happening. But first is this cute little cardigan that I got. It's from the brand Adrian Vittadini. Never heard of it before. It's a size medium, but I think it's gonna be fine. And look how cute this is. I love this so much for like a springtime moment. I instantly pictured it with like a little black skirt, some cowboy boots. You could even wear it with jeans or whatever the case, but I just think it's so fun, and like I love the colorful flowers. I just love a funky cardigan. I'm the funky aunt. Like that's my aesthetic, that's my vibe, that's what I love. And so I think this one was like $10 maybe? It's got some cute little buttons at the bottom. I think these are like a sort of like opalescent button situation, and I just love it. I love the pockets. I think it's gonna be adorable. So that's one of the things I got. Next, I got a just kind of like classic everyday button-up t-shirt. I have been loving these sort of like vertical striped ones. I have a blue one, but it's just not quite big enough stripes. And so I saw this one and I was like, okay, this is kind of like a teal color. It says it's a size 10 by the brand John Henry. I will say, I'm now noticing, like after I'm out of that lighting, that there is a little bit of staining. I washed it and it kind of came out, so I feel like if I just keep going and maybe do like a little spot clean, it'll hopefully clear up, but it's cute. It's not the oversized, like super baggy button down that I'm always looking for, but I have a couple of those already. So I figured this with like a little tube top underneath, have it open, wear some cute jeans, like some loose jeans or some baggy denim shorts, super cute for summer, you know, those cool summer nights, whatever. I think it's gonna be great for. I wanna say that was, again, like $5 to $10. And then last but not least, we have, well, I thought it was cute at first, and then I got it home and I was showing it to Drew and he was like, okay, that is something. And then I was like, what was I thinking? It's giving a little bit of clown. So we'll see, but this is by the brand Model's Coat. It is definitely vintage, and it's like, I think maybe a nightgown. And hear me out, okay? I do this at estate sales sometimes and I end up regretting it, so we'll see what happens. But this is, I pictured it, let me just explain. Here's what I got. It is a dress, and yeah, I think I need to enter a plea of temporary insanity. I don't know what happened. But okay, hear me out. I pictured like, what if I took the sleeves off, right? And then it was just kind of like a cute little sleeveless dress like this. But then even so, the colors are so loud, which I'm not opposed to. And I even pictured like some cute little platform sandals or like some mules or clogs with it. And it's not bad. I love the little bow in the front. I love the snaps down the front. Like, I think it's cute, but maybe it's just the colors in combination with the dress. Like, it feels like a child's dress or like a clown costume. But also I'm kind of into that. Isn't clowncore like a thing? Isn't that what the Pinterest girlies are wearing? I don't know. Regardless, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this, but we're gonna just see. Maybe I can find a way to style some of these pieces into outfits for a future video and just sort of like see what happens with this. But you know, I'm gonna stand by it. I'm gonna stand by my girl here. It's not perfect by any means, but also it's kind of funky and cool, and like, I see a vision, so we're gonna see what ends up happening with that. You know? So yeah, that is everything that I got at this estate sale. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can turn on my post notifications if you want to be notified every time I post a new video, because I literally woke up at like 4:30 in the morning for this. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more estate sale content, definitely let me know in the comments below. Maybe I can, you know, try some different estate sales all over. I can do more thrifting. I can do more flea markets. Just let me know what you want to see down in a comment below. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you all of my love, and I'll see you very soon in my next video.